Hannibal to Sevilla, very close. We are having a very detailed information as far as this deal is concerned, and I hope you guys are really doing fine. Welcome to the United Matters channel. How are you guys, and where are you watching us from? The Muslims Barakallahu Fikum, and hope you are going to flock to the mosques to see that everything really goes on as planned. This is Rokan David and RD are my initials, and we're here to bring you the latest news and information as far as everything is really concerned. Now today is really very important to note that it's really one of those days that we are here to see to it that we bring you Hannibal and then Jodan Sancho. We know that Sancho joined Borussia Dortmund officially on loan yesterday and took part into the first training session at Borussia Dortmund. Smash like button close to 100 times, and don't forget to subscribe because we want to hit 17,000 subscribers before the end of this month. For the Christians, we thank God for the gift of life, and we are here to see to it that we embrace what God has gonna hate obviously get us, and that is the biggest gift of life that some have not gonna hate to get today. They've not gonna hate to get into the new day, but we as the ones that are really live, we are here to obviously exalt the Lord and really express our gratitude to the Almighty. You know, so now let's start it off with Sevilla story. Interest in the guy himself, that is Hannibal. I think it broke last week, and it looks like this week is going to gain momentum as Everton wanted to hijack the deal. I brought you that story. Now, today, we have a story coming in through from Alonso Rivero, coming in from Radio Marca, that is Spain, confirmed us that Sevilla are very close to winning the race to sign Hannibal Mejbri on loan. Manchester United prefer for him to stay in the Premier League by joining Everton on loan, but will comply with the player's desire. This is something I've gonna hate to obviously agree with. I want this player to be playing into the Champions League, in the Premier League, because we want to see whether he's really Premier League ready. And if at all he goes to a team like Everton and really has a very brilliant start there in the next 6 months of the season, that will obviously help us to see to it that this guy doesn't really get out of the club, and it will send a good message to Erik ten Hag that maybe you don't need to get another midfielder. And Hannibal has gonna have to confirm to you that he's Premier League ready, because for the games he's gonna have to play for the club of Man United, given to him by Erik ten Hag, he has come out as one of the most good players and consistent players that I'm gonna hate to put in a shift that everyone has gonna hate obviously admit in there. That is all about Hannibal, and I would love to see him play for Everton. I've been consistent on this. I would love to see him play for Everton, but the player wants to go to Sevilla. I don't know why he's choosing a very different version altogether. Is he fed up of Man United, that he knows that it is for him to prove in Sevilla and really gets a permanent move that side, or gets another team to be signed to, especially in the summer, and he believes he cannot obviously make a very huge breakthrough at Everton? If that's the case, then the mentality of Mejbri is really one of those that we should obviously come in through and obviously question, because if Everton has gonna hate to come in through and obviously put in a shift, and they've gonna hate to show interest in you, and you feel like you want to be a Premier League player and a Man United player, then you should be choosing Everton over Sevilla, because we are going to be seeing him every weekend playing for Everton, donning that blue and white jersey. That is it. So I think that should be the best decision for him to make. Then we got David Austin and told us that Sevilla are advancing towards an agreement to sign Hannibal Mejbri on loan from Man United. Everton are still keen, but as things stand, Sevilla's offer is favored by Man United and Hannibal. The deal would likely include a high buy option and a buyback clause. Now, Austin is giving us a different narrative that United and Sevilla look like they're in agreement, and it's not the first deal they are doing in between themselves. Remember, Anton Martial went ahead to sign for them on loan in 2022. From January to June, he was really playing for Sevilla, and then he returned to Man United when the loan never really went ahead to work out well for that side. Then this time around, they're coming in for Hannibal, and I think there is a very huge soft ground for everything onto this. So I believe it's going to be really important to see where this player is going to go. Even Fabrizio Romano had a lot to add on to what David Austin went ahead to say by saying Sevilla keep pushing for Hannibal to agree and respect verbal pact as they want him on loan from Man United, as well as Everton buy option and buyback clause also confirmed as part of the potential deal. So what United are really doing is to see to it that they get Hannibal off. If they're pushing in for a buyback clause and a buy option, that is really very huge, meaning that they're in need of money and they've gone ahead to make a decision that this guy should leave the club of Manchester United. And that is really very, very worrying, because I believe, how can I keep Scott McTominay when I'm having Hannibal? I believe if Hannibal gets more playing time like Scott McTominay is getting, he's a better player. And I don't know why we are so much stuck into the past, that we are not giving these players more playing time. When you look at what Kobe Menu is doing on the field of play, you have no reason to doubt the capabilities of Hannibal, because Hannibal is also almost the same player like Kobe Menu. Now, we are waiting to see what decision is going to be made when this deal is happening, because we had a story coming in from David Austin confirming with us again that Man United and Sevilla are nearing an agreement for a loan deal of Hannibal. Everton are interested, but the player prefers Sevilla. All right, I think that's a repetition. Then we got that, and then we got a story coming in from Alex Crook that Hannibal Mejbri's loan to Sevilla is a done deal. That is it. So it looks like Hannibal Mejbri is going to be going to the side of Sevilla. It's one of those things I don't really want to see happen, and a reason to that has been given that he has not even gone to the AFCON because he wants to accomplish this loan move and get more playing time, because he has not gone ahead to get more playing time like he desired when Ten Hag convinced him to start the club of Man United. Then this is Mike MC Greth, football reporter for the Daily Telegraph. He has told us that Hannibal Mejbri, loan from Man United to Sevilla, to be announced as completed. The deal has progressed and he did not play AFCON to sort his club future. So, for me, I love Hannibal. I love him a lot. I believe there is a player, and I know Ten Hag is going to hate to love the player, but I think there is something that believes he is not really ready to see to it that everything really goes on as to plan. So that is it, coming in through from none other than Hannibal. So we wait and see whether today we get a very huge update about the guy's future. Is he going to Everton or he's going to go to the side of Sevilla? But it looks like Sevilla are really ahead of Everton and the movement is really very, very close. Then Sancho has finally spoken out after joining the side of Borussia Dortmund. He has said, when I came into the dressing room today, it felt like coming home. I know the club inside and out. I've always been very close with the fans here, and I've never lost contact with those in charge. I can't wait to see my teammates again go out onto the pitch and play football. That is Jodan Sancho for you, and that's what they really went ahead, obviously, to put up in here. Now, for Jodan Sancho, I think all he needed was to get a new environment. And sometimes when you feel like you're in a toxic environment, you cannot come out to make a very right decision. And the right decision might be made after these 6 months, because he might find himself a reason of staying at the club of Man United, but it will depend on the stance of Erik ten Hag and the board of Manchester United. If his mentality is not right, I don't see the club of Manchester United really trying to obviously keep him around. Unless the mentality gets right, that's when they can obviously get him back at the club of Man United. But all in all, it's good to see it that he goes to Borussia Dortmund, and all I wish him is success. I want to see him fly and play very well, because I know he's going to really hit the ground running there, as this entire team is going to be playing for him, because he's a respected player, though he's still young, but he's like a senior player at Borussia Dortmund because of what he went ahead to do. I remember for 2 consecutive seasons, this guy had close to 17 goals and 15 assists on average. So if someone had a goal contribution of 32 goals per season at Borussia Dortmund, then respect is there, and they're going to build the team onto Jodan Sancho, and they're going to welcome him well. So Sancho, I wish you all the best of luck, and we can't wait to see you thrive and see to it that United get some huge amount of money from you, because all you know is they can really get some good amount of money. If Sancho performs very well at that side and goes to the Euros and plays, do you know what is going to happen? A lot is going to happen. And what's that going to be? Simple. Very many clubs will show interest in him. So guys, tell me your thoughts about Hannibal to Sevilla. Very close in the comment section below. And Sancho's first statements, no sooner he had signed for the club of Borussia Dortmund. We thank God for the gift of life. The Muslims, Juma Karim. We sign out for now. See you later, my mates.